I don't want to go out and be attacked by an armadillo. I don't like it when you're in the house because it throws me off. Hi beautiful souls, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Today I'm going to be doing this Diwali look. It's perfect for Diwali. It has glitter in the inner corners, gold, and then fades into red inspired by my jewelry. If you're new here to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe before you leave. It would mean so much to me. I hope you guys have a safe and very happy Diwali, and let's just get right into this tutorial. So I'm starting with the Becca Velvet Blurring Primer. I'm putting some on the back of my hand and then dotting it all over my face. And then I'm just patting that all into my face before I smooth it in. For my foundation, I'm going to be using the CoverGirl Healthy Elixir. I love the glow that it gives and it's perfect for Diwali. Then I'm just taking this flat top brush and patting it in before I begin to buff it in. And then after that, I like to just push everything in with a beauty blender to make sure it's all set. Then I'm using my Tarte Shape Tape under my eyes, on my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, on my chin, and on the edges of my mouth. And then on top of that, I'm adding the Maybelline Better Skin Concealer for extra coverage and brightness. And then I'm going to use the e.l.f. Brow Pomade for my eyebrows. I love this stuff and it's so affordable. And then I'm just setting my concealer with the banana powder in the Wet n Wild Contour Kit. Using my Morphe 35OM palette, I'm using this shade as my transition. And then I'm taking this shade and going in circular motions on my outer corner and then layering it in the crease. Blending it all together, then I'm taking these two shades and putting them in my outer V and in the crease as well. Then going back into the original shade and adding that into the crease. I'm then adding some translucent powder on the edges just to clean them up. Then going into this red shade and putting that on my outer V. Then I'm using my Tarte Shape Tape to cut my crease and then setting it with my Airspun translucent powder. Then I'm using this amazing gold in the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I ended up using my finger because it worked a lot better. And then back into the Morphe 35OM to diffuse out the edges. Taking my Ofra Rodeo Drive highlight, I'm putting it in the inner third of my eye and then ended up using a wet brush because it popped a lot better. And then I touched up on the gold from the Jaclyn Hill palette and also added depth back into the crease. Then I took this deep red shade from the Morphe palette to create a winged liner look. Then moving back to the face, I took the Maybelline Better Skin under my eyes again just to brighten it some more, and then set it with the Airspun loose powder. Then to finish off my eyes, I took this shade right here and ran it along my lash line. And of course, in the process, I poked myself in the eye. Taking these two shades right here, I ran them across my lower lash line and also deepened up my outer V. I put my Rodeo Drive highlight by Ofra in my inner corners, but it wasn't as intense as I wanted it, so I spritzed the brush and added some more. I also dragged it down onto my lower lash line so it would be a little more intense. Then I put on some lashes, and then I'm adding the Lash Paradise Mascara by L'Oreal to my top and bottom lashes. Then using my Marc Jacobs highliner, I'm just lining my waterline and tightlining my lid. Okay, now back to the face. I'm using the Wet n Wild contour palette and just putting that on my cheeks, under my chin, and a little bit on my forehead. Using my Milani Baked Bronzer, I'm just going over all the parts that I contoured. Using the Wet n Wild contour palette again, I contoured my nose a little bit. And then again with the Ofra highlight, but I actually used it to highlight this time. Whenever I do nose highlight, I like to do it with my fingers so it really pops, and that's what I'm doing here. And I set my brows with the NYX Brow Gel. Then I'm getting this glitter from the Fantasy Makers palette, and oh, there's me sneezing and dabbing, I guess. Anyways, I'm taking this glitter from this palette and putting it on the inner corners of my eyes to make them really pop for Diwali. Then I'm taking my Milani Make It Last setting spray and spraying that all over my face. And of course, just to be extra, I'm going back in with my highlight while my face is still wet. For my lips, I used the Wet n Wild Liquid Cat Suit in Give Me Mocha. And then I went over it in ColourPop's Mama, but then I didn't like the way it looked. So I mixed it back in with the Wet n Wild Give Me Mocha. Then I used this Milani glitter gloss right on top, and just to make my lips pop a little bit more, I added some of that Ofra highlight. And to finish, I added some highlight to my collarbones. And that's the finished look. I hope you guys have a very safe and happy Diwali, and I'll see you in my next one.